Hi, this is Bruno Marion, and I'm the Digital Creative Director at Heartdancers. And this is a recording from a live streaming best practices Q&A session. This is the makeup of the equipment that we have: the video camera, a microphone input, and the laptop as the live streaming platform. These are the components split up. The microphone plugs into the camera plugs into a capture device, and then that capture device plugs into the laptop. The laptop needs to be connected to the internet, obviously. This is the first step and a very important step with live streaming. It's testing connection speed. I'll just have to reshare my laptop screen when I click this, so bear with me. And this is the upload test that you should do as the first port of call before doing any live stream or any Zoom classes. So this is 24 megabits per second, and the recommendation for Facebook Live is 10 megabits. Sorry, I'm just going to get my puppy out of the room. It'll be just a second. Sorry about that before.
Hi, another doggy.
Lauren, this is the microphone that I was talking about. So it's called a boundary microphone, and okay, you put it on a flat surface. I'll plug it in so you can hear it. I'll put it on the floor. Do you want me to do some flamenco?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is me just walking around. I've got floorboards, obviously with heels and a lot of talent. This will sound a lot better. But yeah, let me know. You're welcome to borrow this, and I can help you set it up in some sort of Zoom call or live stream.
Okay, thank you so much, Bruno.
Bruno, just a question. So the sound that comes was just the floor movement that was connected to the boundary microphone, or whether your talking was also connected to that?
Everything that you're hearing now.
Because what happens is when it was put on the ground, your voice was very low. So when we play music or when we teach, so that's how like the varying sound differs. Either one will be high, one will be low. So if you could tell us more of that.
You might have been out of the meeting before, Deepa, when I was saying that Lauren probably needs two microphones, one to pick up her voice and one for the flamenco, and then they need to be mixed somehow. So there needs to be an extra box in between. I'm using this sound card, but it's probably not the best solution for something live.
All right.
I'll just plug this back in. Give me a sec.
Thank you.
But this is a great question, because when we run the classes, I remember when Lauren was running the classes for the children at the school was saying that to us, that when, and even happens with Eve, when she was playing with the clapsticks and singing, that because Zoom, if you don't have that different microphone, Zoom will get the louder noise, and then you cannot see. If you listen to her footwork, so she is not able to talk. That's why all of these things are important in classes like flamenco or percussion classes. Bruno, even tap classes. Thank you, Bruno. And Lauren, please feel free. We're here to support you guys, not only through what you do through Heartdancers, but on your own practice. So if there is a lockdown longer than 2 weeks, and we don't want you guys to lose your clients, your students. So we're here. That's what we do as Heartdancers, to support the arts. So please reach out to Bruno. He has a lot of knowledge. Also Norta for your visual art classes if you are thinking to do Carlos, Anna with her beading. So we have someone with great knowledge. So please reach out to him because he's fantastic.
Well, I'm started working with Real as a facilitator too, and actually had a lot of resistance during the whole lockdown, the last quarantine. Like I didn't want to connect through Zoom ever, so this is actually my second meeting Zoom. So I'm well willing to learn because we don't have another option. I have to open my mind to this too. And now that I start with Heartdancers, thanks for your time and willing to learn.
Yeah, no problem. Zoom's definitely never going to replace in-person or live music or workshop with people, obviously, but I think we need to have a little bit of the skill set to use it some of the time or alongside our live classes from now on, because it seems like this environment that we're in is here to stay, right?
For a while, yeah. Thank you.
Right. And Nora?
For me, like, I'm almost the same. I have nothing in particular I want to know, but it would be nice to hear any new information or any tips about that.
Okay.
I mainly do like live workshops.
Okay. Yeah.
Bruno
Me too.
Norca is a visual artist, incredible visual artist. So
Thank you.
yeah, so maybe if we need to be back with children, we can do online sessions. If the playgroups are going to be closed and not being able, we're thinking to Oscar to start hiring our cultural educators to run online sessions at the playgroups, just to keep connecting families.
That would
Close.
Okay, so similar visual artists to Carlos.
Yes.
Yeah, you're one of a kind, Carlos, obviously, but along the same lines.
Hello.
He's a painter as well.
Yeah. Okay.
sorry, for me.
Yeah, I was just asking if you have a similar style of visual arts to Carlos, like performance art.
Actually, mainly I do painting, and in terms of workshops, recently I've been doing art therapy workshops with adults.
Okay.
Something works with the post-traumatic stress, and something about like this. It's
Okay.
more like a normal art and like not a performance art.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, and it has part with dance art therapy too, but I wasn't doing the dance part of it.
Okay, that's good. So what I'm hearing is that I think, with the exception of Lauren and maybe the other dancers, maybe you as well, Diana, this kind of scenario, like what I showed before, camera, microphone, camera, and live streaming might be able to cover a live streamed event or a Zoomed event. So I'll go through this setup quickly. This is the streaming platform for Facebook. I've got some documentation on this that I'll send, but basically it's a link, and if you're using the community center or the Heartdancers camera, then you just need to select use camera, and then here select the USB device. This won't work because I'm using the capture device for Zoom.
Bruno, but live stream at the moment is only like, I mean, you cannot have interaction with other people, right? No, not yet, only for chat.
Yeah, live streaming
So
is mostly one way. They
But you
can
deliver it
chat,
one way, yeah.
but unless you have somebody managing the live stream, managing the comments and relaying it to you, it's a bit hard for you to be performing and keeping on top of the comments as well, unless what you're doing is, maybe if it was art therapy for Nora and she was drawing at a desk with a laptop, then she could be drawing and checking comments. But if you're dancing, then it's more difficult. So
Bruno, can we stream also with two cameras, or?
you can. There's
the
a
same
couple of
process?
different ways of doing it. excuse me. One way of doing it is to use two devices like this, which is their camera interface. The other one is to use another device, which is a camera switcher, which we don't have one at Heartdancers. I have hired one before for a NAIDOC live stream. We had 2 or 3 cameras, and the issue with that is that you need somebody switching the cameras. So if they're on a tripod like this camera, and you have the shots set up, and you can switch between them, then it's okay. But yeah, it just adds more work if you're on your own.
What about the mobiles are very great at the moment? Can we actually, I'm gonna ask a very silly question. You have your computer and you don't have a camera, but can you plug your mobile to your computer, and like if it was an external camera?
You can join if you're doing Zoom, then you can join the Zoom conference with your camera and just not connect to the audio. I'll show you. I'm not sure if I've invited myself to this conference, but there is software that you can use to make your camera show up on your laptop as well as a USB camera. There isn't anything natively to do it in Facebook or Zoom, but there's other software. There's a software called OBS that does it. So if it's something that you want to do, then yeah, send me an email and we can figure it out.
Yes, because sometimes you have you have the latest, Apple, where the camera is really good, and then you don't want to use your computer camera. You want to use your Apple camera, but you want to have the big screen of the computer to see your participants of the class. So I'm just thinking maybe we can explore that option in future.
Actually, what I was taught by
Sorry, I just need to plug my laptop in. I'll be right back.
How they are connecting the camera when we are doing the Rhythm is Live is you have the camera and then you have a little micro USB kind of cable that goes out, and then you have an adapter that connects in this case I would say your phone, because that was the camera, but in this case it would be the phone, towards an HDMI outlet. And after that, I think you could potentially just connect that to your laptop.
Sorry, I forgot to do that before.
But I don't know, like you would need something to mirror, or just ask the laptop to consider it like a camera or something, like an input. And I think you can choose here in Zoom where you are getting your input from what camera to take it. So I think you could do that, but I have no idea if you could do that with 2 cameras at the same time. So I think
you can do it.
Oh, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it depends on the platform. So I've just joined the Zoom conference via my phone. So if you're presenting something, you can join the conference that you've already got on your laptop and then use your phone that way. That's the easy way to do it. But if you want your phone to be a web camera for live streaming, then there's other software, and the easiest one that comes to mind is called OBS. And it's a little bit complex, but once you've got it set up, it's okay. Can I ask what would be the best, why you would want 2 cameras? Do you have one wide camera and one tight camera on you, or?
Question to Norta?
For me?
Whoever asked for 2
Okay,
cameras.
yeah.
Might have been you.
I was thinking of adjusting one camera just on top of my head if I'm doing anything like drawing or painting or anything, and the other one it can be like a normal one on my face if I want to talk over there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And if I can swap just between the two screens at the same time in one profile.
Yeah, I think OBS would be good for you. We can chat after and I can help you set it up. It's free software and it's pretty good. It's open source, so there's always people writing plugins and updates for it. And
the two devices, can it be like one mobile on a stand maybe, and the other one is the laptop camera? Is that possible?
Yeah, definitely.
Doesn't need to be a normal camera or professional.
No, it can be a phone and a laptop, a built-in laptop camera. I would say it's good to get an external web, like a USB webcam. The one inbuilt in laptops are generally not great. And if you get one for like under $100, it's going to be 10 times better than the inbuilt one. Oh. I'll blast through this quickly then. The Heartdancers camera has just got this microphone here, which plugs into this hot shoe. And you plug the cable into this microphone section here. You turn it on. I've got a memory recall set to MR dial. So if you turn it to MR and then set 1, then it pulls all the settings. And you just watch this light meter down the bottom of the screen. And you turn this dial until this light meter is in the middle. Now that's a very kind of general sort of way of exposing it. If you've got a window behind you or a big light in your face, then it's not the best way, but it'll get you close to the exposure. Also, turn this volume dial in the back and just watch the volume meter on the back and get it to 3 bars before the red bars, 3 bars before peaking.
Where did you see the exposure?
What do you do? Yeah. How did you do that?
Where did you see the exposure? Where can you see the numbers?
See on this red circle down here?
So as soon as you switch it on, it will be there, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is specifically on this camera.
Okay,
yeah, it's set up to auto expose the entire scene. So it's not always the best, because what it's trying to do is average out all the brightness levels of the entire scene to be it's called middle gray. It's a grayish color. So if you're standing here in the middle and you're wearing a black shirt, and then there's a big window behind you that's got sunlight coming in, it will lower the brightness for the window and try and raise the brightness for your shirt. So it'll kind of be in between. Your face won't be a shadow, but it'll be too dark, and the window will be less bright. It'll try and average out the entire thing. So with this dial, you can override this a little bit, and you just kind of, if it's too dark for you, then make it brighter, and if it's too bright, then go the other way.
Right.
The audio is pretty straightforward. It's a shotgun microphone similar to this. So I've just put up a video on some audio basics, and I haven't gone into microphone stuff yet, but basically rooms have their own sound, and depending on what you're doing, then you can use microphone placement to accentuate that. If it's just speaking like this, then just get the microphone close. You don't need the sound of the room. You just want the sound of your voice, right? But if it's a nice space and you're dancing and you want to pick up the sound of music and tapping, then get the microphone further away and pick up a bit of everything, accentuate the sound of the room. This microphone doesn't actually need to go on top of the camera. I've included a really long cable so you can put it on a stand. I don't have a stand next to me. Imagine what a stand looks like, and you can put it right above your head and aim it down like this, or get it off camera. Capture device, camera into the box, and then the box USB into the laptop. And there's a light as well, which I haven't seen for a while. Deepa and Sandra, are you using this light for the Rhythm is Life classes or any of the other classes?
Not really, because we didn't get to, remember in the training, we didn't get to see it properly.
Didn't we?
So, do we? We haven't done it. We tried remember that we tried.
The online program we just tried.
We tried only once. But
we haven't used it.
I
remember we were very excited during the training, and it ended up being a 3-hour session or something like that. Typical Heartdancers fashion.
Yeah, so we didn't do it. Actually, we have it. We need to explore, maybe with Jessica and Lei. Next Rhythm is Life class, we explore it.
Okay.
I would love to. I have no idea how to use it, to be honest.
Okay, it's pretty straightforward. These things are called barn doors, and you move them to control the light. I've got a light that's similar. I should have grabbed all this stuff. I'll just grab it. Give me a second.
This is also, it also will support Caro when Caro comes to take pictures of Rhythm is Live. Look, but she's got her new flash, but also for photographers, so we want to record a video. I think that will be lovely. And you guys,
something similar to last year's online programs, which we did during COVID. This light will be helpful.
Yes, and that maybe we'll have to be back into doing that. So we have to be ready to use that. So maybe next time that I think Diana is running Rhythm is Life class, because we at the moment at Harris Community Center, we're not doing any program, only food support and online programs like the ones that we're going to do. So maybe we have more space to play with this the next time we run the class.
So on Wednesday, I'm teaching the one at midday, and then the one for the Piedmont people is still online?
Not this week.
Not this
I'll
week.
update
okay.
you.
Only the
have
midday
to talk to
one.
Sandra, and then I'll update you. Yeah.
Okay, so not this week. Only the one at midday.
Yes, at Harris Community Center.
Thank you.
Just give me a second to put this together.
This is the light, is it?
Yeah.
Can you make yourself bigger so we can see the lights from you?
Yeah, I just turn the light off, so this one will stand out a little bit when I turn it on.
Bruno, there's a question that right now I have, because your video, not the screen that's shared, but yourself, it's going blur and coming up. I guess you have to fix the camera over there. Because this was a situation for us in Rhythm is Life also. People were able to see us, and then it just goes blur and comes back normal.
Right.
Yeah.
This
is it the adjusting of the camera?
Yeah, this lens has got a specific property that means that it can focus in a very short amount of space. So it's just a camera setting. I'll just change it and tell me if this helps.
And is it the same for Heartdancers camera that we need to do any settings?
Yeah, it will be possible.
It's so dark. Yeah, now it's clear.
Yeah, so that's called focus. Is this better?
Yeah.
So that's the autofocus.
Yeah.
That's the autofocus of the camera, which I've just switched off. So now if I try and hold something to the camera, it's not going to focus on that. It's just going to stay focused on me. So I can show you
Yes.
where that button is. Actually, it's might be in this picture. Yeah, see that AF MF?
If MF, yeah.
It stands for autofocus, manual focus.
Manual focus.
So
Okay.
if you flip this switch up, so this little white tab is
Ah.
up here, and then you press this
Right.
button in, then it'll switch between
Okay.
autofocus and manual focus. So
Okay. Moving it up and then pressing the button.
yeah, so when the tab is down, this button affects this AEL, and then when the tab is up, this button here affects autofocus, manual focus.
Right.
These are barn doors, so whoops. You can move them to block the light and affect the light in this way. If you just want light on you, or if you want to have light on more of the background, then you can do that. See how there's light on the background as well as me? And then if I don't want light over there, then I just close that barn door and control it. It's a way of maximizing the power of the light and only getting light on you, and also controlling spill. So yeah, there's that
Would
at
you-
Heartdancers, and there's 2 batteries as well that go in the back, so you can plug it in, or you can use batteries and use it outside.
Would you recommend more this kind of light for dancing workshops and stuff instead of the one that most YouTubers use, like the circle?
The ring light.
Yeah, the ring light.
Yeah, the thing is, you do need a lot of light if you're doing something where you need to show your full body, or a group of people. Even you need a lot of light. So one of these might not be enough, but surprisingly, I've seen these on Amazon and they're pretty cheap. You used to not be able to get a light like this for less than, say, $500. And now these ones you can get for $100, and they come with batteries and cables and stands and everything. So they've come down in price, but let me know what your requirements are and where you perform, and I can have a look at some equipment and we can figure out what is something that would best suit your requirements.
Thank you.
No problem. Web conferencing. So there's a couple of settings that you can use to get good or better quality audio out of Zoom and Teams. Just trying to find where the button is in Zoom. I've already switched it on. I'll just cancel this share quickly so I can press the button. So this is, I've got it activated now. Can you hear the difference between this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the setting that's normally on in Zoom by default for some reason. And you have to go into the settings and enable this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is a little bit better quality. So I'll show you where that button is now. This is the one for Teams to start off with. You click here and go to Manage Account, and then in Devices, there's automatically adjust mic sensitivity. There's not too many options in Teams compared to Zoom. This means if you're speaking and you make a loud noise, it will drop the volume of your microphone, and if you speak quieter, then it will raise the volume of your microphone. If you're controlling your own microphone, you don't want Teams to do this, so just turn it off. In Zoom, there's more settings, so go into click the name up here, go to settings, and then background noise. If there's not a lot of background noise, then turn that to low. Click this show in meeting, turn on original sound. That's what I was switching on and off just before. And then rhythm is life, people. Select this high fidelity music mode and stereo audio. So when you share Spotify or some sort of music that you're playing, then it'll play in high quality as well. Also, click advanced, and then you get this signal processing and echo cancellation, and you can lower the amount of echo cancellation if you want. If you're using headphones, then you don't need any echo cancellation, because your audio for me is playing through my headphones, and my microphone's only hearing me and my cat, so it doesn't need to echo cancel anything. The Rhythm is Life setup I thought is a good one to go through quickly. It's pretty much what we spoke about before, what the Heartdancers setup is, but also you use a speaker as well. So correct me if I'm wrong, Deepa, and any other Rhythm is Life people here. Is this what you're using? This is my understanding, that you have the wireless microphone plugged into the camera, and then you have a speaker plugged into the laptop, and then that's playing Spotify. And then you go into screen share in Zoom and say, share computer audio. Is that right?
No, the speaker is not connected to the computer. The speaker is out.
No,
Bluetooth?
no, it is connected, so it's exactly that setting.
Connected to the computer?
Yes.
The big speaker?
Yeah, the Bluetooth has to be connected to the speaker. And then we connect it to the computer audio. And the only thing is, I think the microphone, the picture that you showed us before, that is not being used anymore. We're using
the Rode clip-on mic,
yeah,
right?
yeah, the clip-on one. So when we select the input sound, it comes from the Bluetooth microphone instead of
Okay, cool. Yeah, I just saw this button today actually. If you click the little down arrow, and then you can click mono or stereo, high fidelity. So you should click stereo if you're not doing that already. So yeah, that's a pretty good way of sharing high quality audio in a stream as well.
But what happens, that's for hybrid programs. So sorry, I have a question. Because what Jessica is showing is, because we have for hybrid, it means in person and online. But if we are only using online, then we don't need that speaker anymore.
I mean, if you're dancing, then you want music in the room with you anyway, right?
Yes, but can you hear the music from the computer?
No, you hear it from the speaker. So the speaker still plays in the room.
If you don't have a speaker, I'm just thinking about if these guys need to run the classes at Piermont Community Center where they don't have all this equipment. So how can we make it in a way that is, or Marrickville Community Center where they are running different classes, not only at the center. So how can we do it in a good quality with all of this equipment?
I was thinking about this the other day, and I've got something at work. It's in my work bag actually. It's what I use for Zoom calls. And it's a Bluetooth headset. It's pretty cheap, but I think if you're very short distance to the laptop, then it would do the trick. Just give me a sec. I don't think I've got it, or my work bag is too messy. So it looks like that. And it just has a little a USB dongle that you plug into the laptop, and then this connects wirelessly to the laptop, and it connects microphone and audio. So if you have this scenario, what did I do now?
So it means that you can hear the music then.
Yeah, so you hear the music. Imagine this is a headset.
Yes.
So you have a camera connected to the laptop and the laptop connected to the headset, and you can hear your participants and hear any music that you play, and they can hear you through your microphone. If there's a group of you, then that microphone's not going to pick up multiple people. And if there's people in the room, and the people in the room need to hear what the participants are saying, then they won't hear that. You'll only hear it in your headphones. So that's the limitation. But if it's just you, then that should be fine.
So it's perfect for one facilitator running everything. So
Yeah.
it's excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I think it's a good option to consider.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. That's it as far as web conferencing stuff and Zoom settings and best practice. I've got advanced lighting and audio to go into if you want, but I'm guessing the audience is probably not inclined. And I think we're at the hour as well. So is there any questions, or is there anything you want me to go through again?
Very clear. Caro Borda, do you have any questions about lighting for she's the photographer in the
Yeah,
house.
I've been seeing her amazing pictures.
Yeah, so Caro, do you have any?
No, Sandy, not really. At this stage, no. No,
Okay.
thank you.
Let me know what you think of my terrible drawings in the lighting video,
Where are the drawings?
Carolina. I'm not upset
Fine.
by this comment. I did a.
The blue slide where is the camera in different positions, where
Yeah.
you have the plugs. Like just.
I'll send you these slides as well, Diana.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, but on the side here, on that side, there is HDMI, which you use to send video out, USB, which you don't need, and this is audio microphone in.
For the audio. Okay, thanks.
No problem.
If I'm gonna have it, it's okay.
Bruno,
Carlos.
and you-
Hola.
I just have one question.
We can't hear you,
I
Caro.
just was
We
taking
cannot hear
notes.
you well.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. I think I have to literally the microphone into my mouth.
I can see. Do you want me to talk you through the Zoom setting?
Yeah, that was a bit because the Facebook, I think that was pretty clear for me, but the Zoom, I've got a little bit of. Can you just?
Yeah,
please
so I
show me
realized I was way
why?
behind on time, and I started hustling. Which Zoom part do you want to go over?
Uh,
This?
Yes. So let's say I just have I took some notes here. So let's say I have.
I'll send you these. I'll send you these slides as well.
Okay.
I
Cool.
think I might make a video on this and put it on the YouTube thing as
Yes,
well.
please.
But
Cool, because I actually haven't used Zoom for any workshop, for live streaming performance, because I
Yeah.
always use Instagram or Facebook. But when
Mhm.
it comes to Zoom, people have to have the link, right? So you have to send whoever you want to be in the workshop or live streaming sort of performance, let's say, they have to have the link. It's not like a public sort of.
no, you can make it. You can make it public. You can post the link publicly, and
Okay.
you have to have one of two security things. Either you need to have a passcode, like I put on
Yep.
this meeting, or you need to have an entry queue where every time somebody joins, it pops up and it says Carlos is in the waiting room, and you have to admit them in. So that's a security thing that Zoom has put in. There's also a webinar option
Yeah.
for Zoom, and it's just like this, but the participants can't speak. So it's just you performing, which might be better for a performance because I'm sure people have good intentions, but you always get somebody who doesn't know that their microphone's unmuted. And if you're performing and somebody says something and it plays out of speakers during your performance, it's not going to be good.
Sure, for sure. Yeah, you get it.
For quality, I would say use Facebook Live, but I don't know how's the quality of my camera and this audio. I haven't tuned this microphone, so it sounds a little bit boxy in here.
At the moment, you're on the Zoom with the camera of your computer, right?
No, I'm using my camera plugged into a HDMI to USB box like what Heartdancers has. It's pretty much the same setup as Heartdancers, but it's my camera, which is very similar to the Heartdancers one as well. It's the
Because I
same.
can see the quality of your video is actually good in comparison to the rest of us.
Yeah, if you use a good quality camera,
I'm just going through everyone, and like we all look really blurred and like.
you can
then
make
you
a
look-
phone.
You look really good, so I'm just was wondering. Yeah, good one. Okay.
Well, I'm doing
I
a talk
think,
on
yeah, I
lighting
think I
and
have to-
audio, so I got to look good and sound good, right?
You have a
Otherwise,
whole set.
you can make a phone camera or a laptop camera look good with good lighting, but if you have a good camera as well, then it just adds to it. But if you want the best kind of streaming quality for free, then I would say Facebook. It's a bit more to set up though.
Okay.
But only if you have great internet. If you don't have
Yes.
great internet, it's horrible.
Yeah, that's right. I'll just show you these numbers again.
You can't
Everybody,
have both, yeah. You can't have Facebook and Zoom at the same time, right?
you can do I can't do two things at once. I can't click buttons and speak. So I'll just find the slide that I'm talking about. Yeah, on Sandra's point about internet, Facebook says minimum upload speed of 10 megabits per second, which is most of Australia out of the picture. It's just cities with NBN that have this kind of speed. Zoom says you can get away with 3 megabits per second of upload speed, which is more achievable. So do a speed test where you are, and maybe that can be the determining factor of what platform you use. To answer your question, Anna Maria, what was your question again? Zoom and Facebook at the same time.
Yes, is that
Good one.
possible?
It is. I'll show you how. Yeah, I haven't actually, full disclosure, I haven't done this. So I don't know. I'm not going to be able to show you because I think oh no, here we go. Schedule a meeting.
It's not that I'm going to do it, just in case someone else might, and it might be helpful.
Yeah,
And
sure.
what
No, it's a great question.
you have different people accessing the performance via different platforms? Is that the scenario there?
Yeah, that's the idea. I haven't tested it, so I don't know what quality it is. I think it would be similar to when, it's a good analogy, when you post a picture to Instagram and you check the box that says also post to Facebook. Facebook allows 4K pictures to be uploaded, and Instagram allows like 2K pictures to be uploaded. So if you take a big picture and you post it to Instagram, which is this big, and then you check the box that says also do Facebook, then you get an Instagram size picture on Instagram, and you get a small Instagram size picture on Facebook. So on Facebook, it looks like bad quality. If that didn't make sense, I'll go through the Zoom example. You schedule a meeting, and then you say, dun, 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 dun. Where is it?
Maybe webinar?
Webinar.
I saw it says YouTube on the.
Where does it say YouTube?
Can you
That's
go?
what I'm looking
can you
for.
go back and then attend live training video? No, it was something. No.
Was it back? Anyway, there's a button that says live stream to YouTube as well.
Yeah. And
And what I think will happen is allow participants. I'll find it and send it to you. I started putting this in a slide, and I thought, nah, nobody's going to ask that question.
Yeah, don't. I've asked it. Look, it was just a thought. Like, I didn't mean to.
Anyway, what I think is going to happen is what Instagram and Facebook does.
Yeah.
Going back to these numbers, where were they? Facebook Live can stream 10 megabits per second, which is higher quality than 3 megabits per second. So, which is Zoom. So if you go the other way, if you stream at 3 megabits and then you check the box to say, also send my 3 megabit stream to Facebook, then people watching it on Facebook are going to get Zoom quality on Facebook. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Bruno, have you done a live stream to YouTube?
Yep.
And how is the quality better than Zoom?
Yeah. Quality for most platforms is better than Zoom. Vimeo, Bandcamp, YouTube, Facebook, they're all better quality because they give you more tools to set the quality that you live stream at.
Is there any possibility that instead of doing Zoom, I know for Rhythm is Live, we do YouTube?
Yeah, it is a possibility for sure.
But then we train our seniors back into better not to do it.
Just depends. Your seniors are participating in that. Are they speaking to you during your class?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of, they would have to comment with YouTube.
Yeah, so it doesn't work.
And
It's
also, and I was just thinking, like, it's a public video, right? And then people might not want that.
That's right. No, it doesn't work for workshops. I guess it's more for live stream.
You don't need to make it public.
Performances.
It can be a
Oh,
private.
you don't. It can be a private. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also I had like some questions there because when I was trying to do a Facebook kind of live stream, but they stopped me from doing it because I was using music that is copyrighted.
Yeah,
And I
Carlos
think
and
that
I
is
have
a
had the
big
same
thing.
problem.
Yeah, like when you're giving a class, you usually have like some songs that you want to play just to do the warm ups or I don't know, whatever, even the choreography. And I think it's
That's a great point. That's
Yeah, it is
right.
a great point from Diana. I've done a live stream with an artist, and we've been playing the artist's music, and YouTube, the algorithm, detected it and told the artists that they were using their own music and they were breaching their own copyright. So, that is a problem. I think it's a fair bit of organization to organize it. You know what I mean?
That means we better stick to Zoom for now.
Yeah, Zoom. Zoom for copyright material for sure.
Yeah.
There's
Bruno,
probably
I have a question.
an APRA license way to get around it, but the music licensing. But if you want to go down that route, we can investigate it.
Bruno, I just have a question with the music.
Mhm.
One of the issues that I'd always face, even at the community center when we did the kids class, is that when the music is involved, the ones we've learned, whatever choreography or the steps, and then we use the music, there would always then be a delay with the visual. Is there something is there something to do there so that when the delay with the visual when the music is involved?
Yeah, that's usually a big problem with digital because if you have different methods of encoding something. So here the camera is converting the picture of my face into digital, and then this microphone is doing it through this mixer, and they're two different signals. Because it's simple setup, it's fine. But the way we get around it at Heartdancers is by plugging the microphone into the camera, and then the camera is just one signal with audio and video going into the laptop. And by doing that, then you combine those two signals, and that kind of gets around it. If you're using Bluetooth or Bluetooth speaker, there's a lot of latency in Bluetooth, so that might have been it. Do you remember what platform or system you were using?
No, I can't remember. Either we shared the screen. Yeah, no, we were using Zoom. Yeah.
My voice is really annoying me. I'm just gonna remove this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's better.
I've tried using both. I've tried using a speaker externally and also sharing the music through Zoom, through the screen share.
And there's still a delay.
And both, yeah, both. There's
Okay.
been issues with both, yeah.
Let me know next time you set up, and I'm 10 minutes away from Ultima Community Centre. I'll pop in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think we really want you to if you can help us to do a great live stream for flamenco, because I think it's the most challenged art form that we have experienced when teaching to, like, even rhythm is live with children. Flamenco is a little bit of tricky one.
I think I demonstrated with my example that I clearly know my flamenco, so that's no problem.
Yeah, for that, maybe we will work two cameras, as somebody was asking, because you can have the camera showing the steps closer, and then you can show yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be.
More cameras is always better, but you just need somebody to operate them if they need to move a little bit, and then you need somebody making sure the live stream works. So yeah,
Well, if you
it
really
depends.
But I think what he said of what you said about just logging in from another account and just putting that camera in, like if you were a participant, so you just log into the Zoom and you put your cell phone there.
Definitely.
On the floor.
You're just regulated to the quality of this camera, which is not going to be great.
But it's still, like, I don't know how much quality you would need if you just want them to see the steps and it's like very close to your feet. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. You could make up with it with lighting. If there's enough light for them to see the image properly, then these small cameras are normally okay when there's enough light. But when it gets dark is when they get really grainy and bad. So you could figure it out that way.
Anita, are you doing your bidding workshop very soon? Do you need any support from our equipment?
Oh, thank you. I'm doing it tomorrow, and it's like soon. I'll see how tomorrow goes, and then if I plan another one, it would be great. If this goes over 2 weeks, then I think I'll need to organize something like that. But thank you. Yeah, last time Sandra and I, she helped me do a bidding workshop, and it was really good because you can really zoom in with the camera, and it was really great. And we did it. It was really, really good. And I can't remember what platform they used. Maybe it was Zoom, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for things like visual arts, for example, with Norta, I think it's really worthwhile because you can really zoom in and get the detail of the things that you're trying to teach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, to have a person who helps you guys.
Oh, that's very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah. Because while you're doing the visual arts, of course, you have to have your hands. So another extra person will support you in that. That will the quality.
That's right. So Diana, if you need a hand, but you probably will be fine at the center. But if you need a hand, let me know.
I feel safe because Lei is gonna be there for my first time.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
Thank you.
He's fine. He's been doing it for so long. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be blessed.
Yeah, Lei's good.
Yeah.
He's on top of it, and he's always got the energy of somebody who's just had a double shot espresso. So that's handy.
Yes, that's it.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we're a little bit over time, but if there's any other questions, I can take them. Otherwise, I'll get in touch with everybody about shooting some content for you, like I promised, for anybody that turns up. I'm happy to work through what your next event is and help you figure out any equipment that you might need and come and take some photos. As always, if you've got any questions on anything that I've spoken about, don't hesitate to shoot me an email. Thank you very much.